Of late, a lot of people are asking me this question: what is the difference between Vedic counseling and your yogic counseling? Well, the difference is pretty much simple. Most of the people who claim to know Ayurveda can't even read Vedic Sanskrit. And Vedic Sanskrit is the language in which the Vedic texts are written. Most people use 2000-year-old Panini Sanskrit to decode all the Vedic Sanskrit text, which is like using the modern English to try to decipher the Shakespearean English. Let me give you a perspective. I am in my 40s, and during my generation, if we liked someone, we would always say that that's a good person. But the Gen Zs, if you look at their lexicon, they say that, oh, that guy is bad. So technically, their bad is our good. Generation to generation, the languages change. The grammar and interpretations also change over a period of time. So, if you are using a 2000-year-old grammatical system to decode a 10,000-year-old Vedic text written in a language, it's not going to make any sense. Most people, when they say Vedic, like for example, most of the Ayurvedic practitioners, they believe in something called as the doshas, Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. Dosha in Vedic Sanskrit is essentially means fault. Dosha is what is wrong in your body. There is no citation whatsoever which actually uses the word Vata, Pitta, and Kapha as is. There is one quote which uses Vayu, which essentially means air, Pita, that which you can drink, liquid, and Kapha, fluid. Anything you eat has to go into a fluidic state. It has to be cut into pieces by your teeth. Then your saliva comes in and it essentially becomes a fluid because it goes down your belly. Now, what that shloka essentially means is that there are only three critical ways how your body can fall ill. That is, by the air you breathe, by the food you eat, and by the water or the liquid you drink. These are the only three critical ways. Now, how these three critical components are turned into Vata, Pitta, and Kapha is pretty much unclear. There is no critical explanation about it. Besides, the Samhitas that define the Ayurvedic text, be that Charaka Samhita, which is essentially a physician's guideline, or Sushruta Samhita, which is essentially a surgeon's guideline, they do not talk about the mind. They do mention that it is important to have a calm mind, but they do not go deep into this particular text. So, if you want to know about the mind, the only texts that speak about the mind are the Gitas, which are essentially the yogic text. Now, there are essentially 7 Gitas, which comes from 2 major Vedic epics, that is Valmiki's Ramayana and Vyasa's Mahabharata. Valmiki's Ramayana has 2 Gitas, Vashishta Gita, which is also known as Yoga Vashishta, then Ashtavakra Gita. Then in Vyasa's Mahabharata, there is Vidura Gita, which is also known as Vidura Niti. Then you have Krishna Gita, what is today known as Bhagavad Gita. Then you have Bhishma Gita, which is the largest Gita ever. And inside that Bhishma Gita, which is essentially a chapter known as Shanti Parva, there is Vyada Gita and there is Avadhuta Gita. So these texts, they explain the mind beyond anything. What the knowledge they consist is phenomenal. Now, unfortunately, most of this text, like Krishna Gita, is turned into Bhagavad Gita. If you read the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna never claims anywhere that he is a Bhagavan. The word Bhagavat or Bhagavan do not appear anywhere. The Krishna clearly says that I am the consciousness, you are the consciousness or the Atman. And he defines Nainam Chindanti Shastrani, Nainam Bhavati Pavaka, Nachenam Kledayantyapo, Nacha Bhavati Maruta. Neither the sword can kill, neither the air can wither it away, nor fire can burn it. So it is above and beyond anything physical. So, and because they are written in Vedic Sanskrit, and most people don't even know what is Vedic Sanskrit, the teachings of these great Gitas are reduced to a religious text today. But because they mention about the mind, and mind is a critical component in everything you do, be that your personal relationship, professional relationship, the entire world runs on the mind. It is very important to know what is written in the Gitas as is, not as some God is saying anything. If you are considering it is written by the God and you respect it, we respect you on that. We don't demean any of the beliefs. But what you need to understand is that our effort has been to decode the phenomenal knowledge which each of these shlokas have in them. And yogic counseling is pioneering in every aspect because we present these original text, we give you the explanation, and we also tell you how it matters to you in real time basis. So we don't give you a hypothetical view. We don't tell something that is so complicated that you don't understand. We explain everything in a simple way and also in a practical and a pragmatic way. Whereas the Vedic counseling essentially tries to search for psychology in a text which clearly says that it is either a physician's journal or a surgeon's journal. This is the simplest explanation and very evident explanation I can give you how the Vedic counseling is different than the yogic counseling. I hope this helps. If you have any more questions, do mention in the comments below and I'll be happy to answer them. Until next time, pranam and namaste.